Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today debates the very nature of existence. The definition of matter may seem a heavy subject for first thing on a Monday morning, but the presenter does not flinch from the task. My place in the universe is somewhere left of Pluto. There's another obvious one, but we won't go there. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever wonder what you are? No, I know you're a Catholic. But do you ever wonder...
little star, how I wonder what you are?
Yes, I mean, there's philosophical weight there. No, people didn't say, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, or how I wonder where you are. People didn't say that for no reason. People actually meant, twinkle, twinkle, little star, what am I in the great cosmos? I mean, what am I? What am I? What do you think you are? Do you think you're just a machine for eating spuds and playing snooker? You're more than that. You're here for a reason. And Jesus knows what that reason is. But do you know what that reason is? Do you know why you're here? You're just here to multiply. And then you pass on and leave your little grandchildren. Yeah. What are they for? What are they here for? Are they here to eat? To buy TVs? To buy plasmas? Mm-hmm. What is that what they're here for? To fuel the economy? There must be some greater purpose.
I bought one yesterday and it's broken.
Pardon?
I brought one yesterday and it doesn't work.
You brought one yesterday?
Bought one.
Don't snap at me. You bought a TV yesterday and it doesn't work.
Well, it doesn't. No, it works.
But did you get it out of a real shop?
Yeah.
Or was it out of the back of somebody's lorry?
One of those shops.
And why does it not work? Did you bring it back?
No, I have to bring it back today. It's the part I'm dreading. Would a man not come and take it away?
You're going to have to learn to deal with the world the way it is. You've been sheltered from it for too long. Whenever you buy something and it is faulty goods, you have to go and heckle, and hassle.
Who will I heckle?
Heckle the man that sold it to you.
Why?
Give him a hard time because he sold you faulty goods, shoddy goods.
He didn't know.
How do you know he didn't know?
Because
he said, "There's coil coming, sell him that broken one."
Inside a big box.
I know, but it doesn't work. I bet you I know what's happened.
Right, go on, tell me what's wrong.
Did you set it up yourself?
I did.
That's what's wrong.
No, it's not.
You've done something stupid.
I haven't.
You have.
I haven't.
You've done something stupid.
I haven't. It's the design.
Ireland is an island off the west of Britain, but Northern Ireland is just off the mainland, not the Irish mainland, the British mainland. The capital of Ireland is Dublin. It has a population of 4 million people, all of whom will be shopping in Newry this afternoon. They travel to Newry because it is in the north, which is not part of Ireland, but still pay in euros. Under the Irish constitution, the north used to be in Ireland, but a successful 30-year campaign of violence for Irish unity ensured that it is now definitely in the UK. Had the campaign lasted longer, the north might now be in France. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. It has a population of 500,000, half of whom have houses in Donegal. Donegal is in the north, but not in the north. It is in the south. No, not the south. The south. There are two parliaments in Ireland. The Dublin Parliament is called the Dáil, pronounced Doyle, an Irish word meaning a place where bankers receive taxpayers' money. The one is Belfast. The one in Belfast is called Stormont, an Anglo-Saxon word meaning placebo, or deliberately ineffective drug. Their respective jurisdictions are defined by the border, an imaginary line on the map to show fuel launderers where to dump chemical waste. Protestants are in favour of the border, which generates millions of pounds in smuggling for Catholics who are opposed to the border. Travel between the two states is complicated because Ireland is the only country in the world with two M1 motorways. The one in the north goes west to avoid the south, and the one in the south goes north to get to the shops. We have two types of democracy in Ireland. Dublin democracy works by holding a referendum and then allowing the government to judge the result. If the government thinks the result is wrong, the referendum is held again. Twice in recent years, the government decided the people's choice was wrong and ordered another referendum. Belfast democracy works differently. It has a parliament with no opposition, so the government is always right. This system generates envy in many world capitals, especially in Dublin. Ireland has three economies, northern, southern and black. Only the black economy is in the black, the other two are in the red. Isn't that a great summation of our country? Isn't it great the way we live? The presenter does what he can to stimulate debate on the nature and purpose of life, but seems to have hit a snag called interruptus. The presenter can understand a refusal to engage with life on moralistic principles. That's what's known as taking a stand. But having no interest in anything for its own sake is unique. Did you ever give any thought to the cosmos?
No.
Well, there's a big... there's all kinds of things happening this weekend, you know. Do you know about that?
No.
Okay, then. All right, then. We'll give details of that as the week progresses. Well, there's no point in me starting today because you don't seem interested.
No, I don't know what's going on.
No, but why have you no interest in anything?
Because the weekend is golf.
I know, but to the exclusion of all other things.
But you asked me.
I know, I'm just asking you, but you don't seem to care about anything except golf.
Yes, so.
I mean, how do you exist?
I'm told that the weather for next Saturday and Sunday is going to be good, and I'm excited.
So in other words, what you do, you punch in the week as best you can
Yes.
in anticipation for the
Yes.
weekend when you can play golf.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
realise that there are people in the cosmos who are frittering their lives away on another planet doing the same thing. Some doppelganger in some kind of strange universe is doing exactly the same thing as you. You don't care about it.
I heard Blousey and Ginger talking this morning about the pending week ahead of us, the good weather, and Blousey was saying, "I'll get a line of washing out." So there you are. You see, so people plan ahead. Blousey and Ginger are planning a line of washing. I'm planning a game of golf.
And the difference may be, and I don't want to be putting words in your mouth here,
Yeah.
because Blousey and Ginger are talking about putting out a line of washing because of the impending good weather, that may not be the only thing in their minds. You see, there may be other things in their mind as well, which they haven't mentioned yet. But you have nothing else in your mind except golf, and that's it.
Yeah.
I know, but see, you must not assume that they're the same. And I'm not castigating you in any way. If you want to remain like that, that's quite all right. You'll die soon. And there'll be no more word about
Well,
it.
what do you want me to do?
I just want you to take an interest in what's going on around you.
What is going on around me?
What's it life? The
What?
world.
Tell me what was different about your weekend and my weekend. And you don't know you know what I was doing at the weekend. You know what I was doing Saturday and Sunday, Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Right? So what? What did you do on Saturday morning?
What did I do Saturday morning?
Yeah. Oh, right, from let's say up until 2:00. What did you do on Saturday and Sunday?
Can't remember.
You see,
I might have been in bed. The presenter once again flashes his technological credentials as a man attempts to blind him with science. The presenter is well able for him, knowing well what kind of a thing, whatever it is that he's talking, well, sort of.
That's a Yamaha QY 100 music sequencer.
Okay, anyone who knows their way around one of those, give us a ring. Maybe a phone call would suffice. Maybe
That might
perhaps
do.
somebody would give you a ring and talk you around the machinery.
Yes, that sounds good.
You want to see me here? Tell them what I'm like here when my hands are blurry. No, tell them, Sean, tell them what I'm like.
you have a habit of asking people where do they live roughly.
I know, yeah, because I don't want to ask people what their address is.
But why use the word roughly?
Because I don't want them to think that I'm asking what
No,
their
why-
address is.
No.
Roughly what area? Roughly. You see, if I said you, where do you live?
Would that be better saying, well, roughly what area do you live in?
All right then. Well, roughly what area do you live
No,
in?
rather than where do you live roughly?
Well, if I ask a person where does he live roughly, it means
Roughly,
they're just sleeping out.
Aye.
Okay.
So roughly where do you live?
Or where do you live roughly?
No,
Jerry,
where do you live
Jerry.
roughly?
You see, this is what I have to put up with.
Jerry, you're not being politically correct there, as you would often say on the TV.
I know.
Or on the radio.
I know. Used to be TV. Remember those heady days? I see Nolan. They're postponing him again.
Good.
Thank God for that. Anyway, right. So when I say, you see, these are the small things that make this program worth listening to.
Yeah.
Because if I ask someone, where do you live? If you ask me where I live, you see, because we've been through the troubles, we always give our address. See, if you ask any person where they live, they'd say, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
But if you ask somebody here, they go, I live at number 48. Because they automatically, lie down and take it. Basically, and tell the man everything in case they might bat him around the head with a rubber bullet or something.
Right.
So, but see, when I say where are you roughly, I'm trying to assuage their fears.
Oh, I know that, but
Don't be such an old gobshite.
it'd be better if you said, roughly where do you live?
All right, then I'll say that in full. I'll make a note of that and rephrase that. The presenter has given up. He now resorts to golf jokes, and he showed so much promise at the beginning. Here's a golf joke. Do you want to hear a golf joke?
Yes, please.
A man and his wife are lying in bed. The wife
Right.
says to him, if I die and you remarry, will you let your wife lie in our bed? I'm sure I will, he says. Of course, this will never happen. You will always be with me. What about my car? Will you let her drive that? I'm sure I will, if the necessity arose, replies her husband. What about my golf clubs? Will you let her use them? No, says my husband. Why not? She says. Because he's left-handed. That's an old one, but it's good.
There's a man turning to you and he's looking, he said he heard you helping that other gentleman.
I was looking at a car.
He is, as a matter of fact.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Well, he's looking engine mountains.
There's Patsy needs to talk to.
Engine mountains for a Vauxhall Astra Mark III.
Now, there's no point in going to Barney. Barney
Right.
does the electrics.
Right.
And he specialises in that. Specialises in the electrics. And Fonzie's the bodywork. If you want your panel bit, go to Fonzie. He'll sort you out. But it's Patsy for the engines.
Engine Mountains.
Engine Mountains, anything to do with engines, Patsy.
But she has
Have
to
you
be.
Patsy's number there?
I haven't.
Ring Patsy. Patsy, anything to do with the engines, Patsy.
But she has to be a Vauxhall Astra Mark III.
No bothers, Patsy's them all down there in the scrapyard in the back. There's everything you want. Look, he's got everything he's got a Money, he's got a Bentley, he's got a Chrysler, what do you call them, American Kiars, he's got an Oldsmobile, he's got a Vauxhall Astra.
Is she a Mark III?
She's a Mark IV.
No, I need Mark
I
III.
just cut a bit off the end of it and she's a Mark III. Thank you for listening. Goodbye forever.